Considering it's the only planet our species has ever lived on, it's amazing how little the average person actually knows about this big blue space marble that we call home. Welcome to WatchMojo's Top 5 Myths, the series that finds the biggest myths that people actually believe and dispels them one by one. In today's installment, we're counting down the 5 myths about Earth that left us grounded.
Gotta admit one thing. Can't beat the view.
Myth number 5, only bodies of water experience the tides.
Watching the tide roll away.
Most people are familiar with the concept of high tide and low tide, the gravitational pull of the moon and sun, with some help from the centrifugal force of our planet's rotation, causes a bulge in the world's oceans twice a day. While the oceanic tides are easily seen and measured, land masses are also affected by the planetary bulge. These Earth tides certainly can't compete with the extreme fluctuation of their liquid counterparts, but considering the fact that we don't even perceive them, they're still more significant than the average person would expect. The country of Switzerland rises and falls 10 inches every day. At the equator, land masses experience a differential of 22 inches throughout the day. Myth number 4, Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. Before you get up in arms over this one, please allow us to clarify. If you've scaled to the very top of Mount Everest, you've climbed the highest mountain our planet has to offer. Unless you're willing to wear a weighted scuba suit and subject yourself to skull-crushing underwater pressure. Mount Everest is the highest mountain above sea level, but it loses this title when you remove the sea level consideration. Altitude measures the height of something above sea level, and at 29,035 feet, Mount Everest has Mauna Kea's altitude of 13,796 feet soundly beat. But if you're actually looking for the world's tallest mountain from base to peak, Hawaii's Mauna Kea takes home the title at a staggering 33,497 feet.
It's huge. That's incredible.
Myth number 3, just nuke an asteroid to save planet Earth.
Nuke's hot and ready.
Slow down, Bruce Willis. Despite what your director might believe, not all problems can be solved by making things explode.
What if it doesn't pass us by? Let's retarget some ICBMs to blow it out of the sky.
The truth is, nuking an asteroid is an option, but Hollywood has yet to get it right. In Armageddon, the nukes weren't nearly powerful enough, and in Deep Impact, the shrapnel would have proved devastating to a huge area of the planet. The actual best option is to detonate explosives and deflect any incoming asteroid when it's still many years away from Earth. NASA is currently working on a plan to destroy an asteroid in case we ever discover one that's too close to deflect, but it involves a complex two-piece spacecraft, the likes of which no sci-fi film has presented to date.
Never tell me the odds.
Myth number 2, the Sahara is the biggest desert. When you hear the word desert, you probably imagine a hot, dry expanse of sand, uninterrupted as far as the eye can see, with the exception of an odd oasis in the distance, which is probably a mirage.
Water! Water! Stop! Captain! Just a mirage!
But a desert doesn't need to be hot or even sandy. It just has to be a harsh, desolate, inhospitable area of land in which essentials like food and water are incredibly scarce. So while the Sahara, covering 3.6 million square miles, is certainly the largest classic desert, the world's actual largest desert is everyone's least favourite continent, Antarctica, which covers 5.4 million square miles. Myth number 1, people in the Middle Ages thought the Earth was flat.
It's the edge of the world!
For all their medieval shortcomings, the average person in the Middle Ages didn't actually think the Earth was flat. Most people weren't educated enough to contemplate the shape of the Earth, period. But scholars, nobility, and the clergy were pretty much on the same page regarding the earthly shape. A nice functional sphere, which had been the dominant accepted geographical theory dating back to ancient Greece and the Roman Empire. So why does everyone think that people in the Middle Ages believed the Earth to be flat? Revolutionist history.
It's all a lie.
Washington Irving, amongst other writers, began to assert that a flat Earth was part of the Christian Church's medieval doctrine, in an attempt to illustrate the historical conflict between religion and science.
Hey up! It's flat.
So how many of these myths did you believe?
No! Yes, a bit.
For more revealing top 10s and sometimes scientifically founded top 5s, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
If the world does go on, it will not go on for everyone.